Well, I'm live. Let me do a volume check. Okay, the volume is turned up. Let me start off by being mellow and saying a prayer. Yes, I'm in my home. In my home right now. I'm in my home right now. So you can see what I'm working with. Turn this way. Just have a better background in the house. So, dear Heavenly Mother God, dear Heavenly Feminine Woman Energy, dear Heavenly Feminine Energy Mother God, I first would like to pray for the womb that I came out, pray for my mother, and pray for the rest of the wombs, the rest of the mother wombs that the women and men came out of throughout the rest of the world. Pray for my grandmothers, my sisters, aunties, nieces, cousins, female cousins. Pray for my sisters that I come across each and every day in these streets. And I'm not just talking about the hood, the ghetto, the suburbs, urban. I'm not talking about just the metropolitan. I'm not just talking about the estates, townhouses, trailers, apartments, cabins, etc. Talking about everywhere in the world. I'm not just talking about the jails, on the sea ships. I'm talking about it, all places where there are women at. I just like to pray for the women. Pray that my sisters and nieces and nephews are taken care of. Pray that they had something amazing to eat today. Pray that they had a roof over their head, and clothes on their back, etc. All their needs and wants met. And I pray that for all the people in the world, the feminine energies and the male energies, the women and men, daughters and sons, girls and boys, I pray that they had an interesting day and all their needs and wants was met, that they all had a roof over their head, clothes on their back, foods in their stomachs. I'm trying to make this a not lengthy prayer, but a short and sweet to the point prayer. Sometimes, even though I don't feel like I'm worthy, like others don't feel like I'm worthy, I don't feel like I'm worthy to talk to the feminine energy, Mother Earth, Mother God, and Mother Time energy. However, I'm doing it this evening. And I also would introduce you all to my new female fan within this video. Yes, her name is Kitty Cat. However, shortly, I want to interject something within my video. I had to write it down. My father once told me, yes, I had the rich dad, poor dad thing going on. I had my biological dad, DAD, and I had my father that has been in my life, obviously, longer than my dad. My father was in my life. My dad was in my life from probably the age of, I say 2 or 3 till I was 14. In and out, in and out. Reasons, excuses or reasons. Some of the excuses or reasons why he was in and out was because him and my mother was obviously a divorce, and also because of the kind of work that he did. When I typed up that I always wanted to be like my father, is because I don't mean about playing women, macking on women, or being a pimp. My father was a serviceman some of his life. He was in the military, and that's some of the reason why he was. And I believe that's some of the reason why my mother and father got divorced. Could be, could not. So with that being said, my father obviously had to be on active duty, had to be on base, and traveled a lot. like I do myself. I travel today. I've been traveling literally since I've been born. I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Lived in Gary. I was born into music. That's what I mean by music birthed me. First time probably hearing music was either in Memphis 10 with my mom when I was in the womb. Also Gary, Indiana, listening to music. After that, I was introduced to sports at a young age. And after that, I was introduced to academics. Let me go into the academics part. The reason why I knew that I would be successful at science when I was in grade school, because I've seen my older sister, which is around 5 years older than me, I seen her complete a science project that she had help on. She got an A on a science project, which was a washing machine, and she did something with a vortex, and also something with a volcano. So, however, I went on and I did about 3 projects. I believe my first one was on vegetables. I did it on lima beans in the sun, and etc. And then I did it on electricity. Those 2 I placed in. And then the third one I did it on planets, a group project. And the fourth one I flubbed it up. I ran out of time and resources of getting the material. I wanted to do it on hydraulics. I seen my cousin drill that is an artist to the day, and he worked on model cars and painting model cars, which today I'm dang near a master painter, like my cousin drill. And what I was saying is, I got the idea because he used hydraulics with a string and a remote control, a car remote control. He used strings and the car remote control to put hydraulics on a car. I believe it was an electric car. It was either electric car or a model car, but he put hydraulics on it by using strings and a car remote control. Starting over the car remote control. All right, so I was gonna do that with an electrical slash car, or a CO2 cartridge car. However, and I knew I had the confidence that I could do it because my car was more successful in shop class. I used CO2 cartridge with a wooden car with it had a thing like you put what you would call the tire rods, you put it through there, and plastic tires. But what happened is I made mine like the Speed Racer Mark 5. I shaved my also like a ZS. I shaved it very thin in the front, and I left just enough to house the CO2 cartridge. And I made my front tires small and my back tires big, which made mine stream across the finish line quicker. And my shop teacher was impressed in that, and he also was impressed on the kind of we all in our class, in our shop class, we had to make these clock things, but they were kind of like a mini dresser thing with a drawer. And he said I was the first person him seeing that did it like that, read the measurements and came out with a different measurement where the drawer lid opened and closed. So my square and the notch where my drawer lid open and closed was different, and it was dark blue. I don't know, both of them we didn't have a lot to paint with, so I think mine was my car and my dresser that I made in the shop class was close to, it was royal blue. It was close to royal blue. However, with knowing what I knew then and today, you should paint it with the lightest color as you can, a light coat. Everything is about being light when you're racing a car, and like you want it light. However, you want the suspension and handling to be a little bit heavy so it doesn't flip, or it doesn't, I don't know the correct term, but gets stuck when it accelerates. So you want the pickup speed fast and just smooth, streamline. All right, Heather, so let me get into what I want to talk about. I have to clear something up, or correction. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading to you all. Like I said, my father told me if you're not able to say something, if you get stuck or lost for words, to write it down. So while I was in my house, in the gym part of my house earlier today. I wrote it down. I wrote down what happened to a young lady that I am not infatuated with, however, that I fell in love with to this day. To this day. And I'll tell you right now some of the things that I wrote down to sum it up, really, where I wouldn't even have to read it all to you. However, I am. I messed up. She says that I effed up, but I don't really want to cuss. There's nothing wrong with cussing, but I'm gonna try to limit it down to cussing. So some of y'all can never ever be like, oh, he cuss a lot. And true, I cuss sometimes like a sailor. I've been around a lot of sailors in my life and a lot of military people in my life, and I'm not saying that's where I picked it up from. I've been around a lot of cussers. So my instructor of 3 years, Tim Morgan, in Morganfield, Kentucky, he cussed a little bit, but the difference between him cussing and us students cussing is he knew how to cuss, and his cussing had a meaning and a point, and also he was validated to be able to do those cussing. He had seniority, and he's paid the dues to be able to do those cussing because he served the country. Just like my dad, he reminded me of my dad a lot. He was a Caucasian guy about my dad height, and he was a master at automatic transmission. However, like me, a lot of people can't. Of all the other 8 car Pacifics, those instructors would come to him for advice. So that means that he was very thorough and he was very knowledgeable at other parts of the car, other section of the car, and he was very knowledgeable and thorough about the class that he was teaching, which was me, automatic transmission. So it was automatic transmission, brake, steering and suspension, engine, electrical, diesel, and I know I'm forgetting like 2 more. Oh, heating and HVAC. I don't know if it's called heating and HVAC. Heating and cooling. It's probably heating and cooling. HVAC is with the house, and it's probably still one more that I'm missing. I think that's all. Heating and cooling, transmission, engine, brakes, electrical, steering and suspension, and diesel. And I know I'm missing one more component. I am missing one more. So, but mine, what I took was, I started off in the basics, which was brakes, learned that, and I just went for the gusto. I went for automatic transmissions because it was a challenge. Most people in shop, in what we call it, UAW, United Auto Workers, most people said that would be a challenge, so I took that. And one of my favorite transmissions, which I would pick it up without oil in it because that's heavy as heck, but with all its parts in it, I would pick up what do you call it, the Toyota Tundra. And I did one day when twice I think in the class, I picked them up and put them on the shelf. These shelves that my instructor Tim Morgan built, I picked them up, and he allowed me to pick them up after the first time. I wasn't patient, and that's another time I can tell that I had to work on my patience at an early age, 18 or 19. He told me not to pick it up because I was gonna drop it. And he was gonna be pissed, but he allowed me to pick it up, and I took it across the room. You know, you got to be pretty strong to pick that up. Transmissions are heavy. Okay, so. And another highlight of my life, I worked on really just dropped the transmission out of I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, the RCV, but anyways, one of those mobile homes. Mobile homes on wheels. One of those mobile homes on wheels, not just you like the ones that have the ones that are a chassis to a truck that has the engine and everything to it, the transmission and oh, that's what I left out. It's called the differential. That's what I left out. It's the steering and suspension. I'm not saying nothing. It's all the brakes, transmissions, engine, electrical, heating and cooling. I just said it. Differential and diesel diesel. So the one I left out was differential, and that's like a lot on all-wheel drives, and a lot of differentials have transfer cases. Some of them. So we really didn't work on a lot of manual because manual was supposed to be easier. However, manual look just as hard as automatic to me. I just didn't really have a lot of time to study it. So let me continue. I'm still going to introduce you all to my new lady friend. However, this is a book. It's a book that I was reading. I picked it up. I got to get back into it some more. You see this? I have my own philosophy on it. It's all dog-eared and stuff. So let me get in there closer. It's called, I forgot. Let me look at it. Deadly Sins. That's what it is. I think it's the 7 Deadly Sins or let's see. The 7 Deadly Sins. I picked this up when I got back in town. Came through, not Malibu. What did I come through? Oh, Burbank. Came through Burbank off the plane, got back in town, got to Santa Monica. I picked it up in the Santa Monica Namaste shop. I just call it, I don't remember what it is. On the used books for $5. I picked it up. Not even because he had a 20% off sale, and I picked it up from there. I re-got my second Montachio book. I got that from him, and last year I got that from him. It's the Namaste shop across from the main library in Santa Monica on like 5th or 6th or something like that in Santa Monica Street between 4th and 6th. I don't remember. Santa Monica Street. So this is a pretty good book. 7 Deadly Sins. I don't know why this has Jewish, Christian, and classical reflections and humane psychology. Yeah, Jewish, Christian, and classical reflection on humane psychology. So let me see if I can find it. The 7 Deadly Sins. This is no judgment. This is just something that I'm reading. Not even saying that I'm applying this. This is just information for the head. Get your gear head. That's another transmission term, automotive term, gear head. It's always using the higher head thinking. Be a gear head. Work on automotive parts. That's what you need to be. Thinking about solutions for the vehicle. I'm thinking of something new to build like a patent. I'm gonna throw this in here. It's kind of off topic. However, I said it out on my social media that I do music. The reason why it seems like I don't write is because I haven't had the funds to. I know what I'm looking for. Patent my work, copyright my work. That's why. And I don't see me writing stuff and getting it lost. As I had a lot of lost material lost on my phone, poetry that I've written, songs that I've written. However, I know that I have the potential, that is really more than potential, if I get in the studio to write instantly a lot of tracks, a lot of successful tracks. Because I write them as I'm walking from place to place. I just write in my head. I sing a song like that. 1 second. I'm trying to find the 7 Deadly Sins. I'm going to just read this. I don't even know if this is good or not. The persistence of sin. The hell to be endured hereafter, of which theology tells. And no worse than the hell we make for ourselves in this world by habitually fashioning our characters in the wrong way. William James, principle of that's psychology? Yeah, psychology. Okay, no, that's not it. I'm trying to find the seven deadly sins. Trying to find the seven deadly sins. Some of this on this page it tells about it. Yeah, I know it does have some jewels in this book though. I would say that. It does have some jewels in it. You know. Then I'm gonna show you a little bit of my journal that I wrote. I have one of my journals with me this evening. I have a lot of them. I mean, I had them, like I said, a lot of materials gotten lost. Okay, I think this must be the first one. The first one is pride. No, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, the first one should be pride. No, why? Hold on. Is it a table of contents in here? It should have a table of contents. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Table of contents. I guess a subtopic of the sin would be the persistence of sin. One of them, but I don't. Then you got pride, you got envy, you got anger, we got lust, we got gluttony, we got greed, we got sloth. Then like number 9, it says sin and responsibility. So hold on, how many of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, those are like subtitles. Talk about something else. However, the seven deadly sins are just pride, envy, anger, lust, gluttony, greed, and sloth. So I don't know. I gotta look up that word sloth. I know all these words in the world. However, I make up my own words, not to be rebellious, or rebel. I just love to make up my own words. I always had, not just words. I love to make up my own words with definitions. That means something to me. It means something to everybody else, and at the same time, it don't. At one point in time, we didn't use words, and I gotta work on that. However, like dealing with the opposite sex and men, dealing with female and men, we have all these rules and laws. So sometimes it is necessary to use words to cover your earth. So we met, my shelf/wife, on the beach. I was where I was at first. Then she came along. I could not see her face. However, I saw her energy. So I said to myself, so we have a wonderful day. I was thinking about something else when writing this in the gym. I was telling somebody else to have a wonderful day, and they were surprised that I told them that. So all they could do was laugh. I had to get off on the rabbit. Now I'm back on. Let me get back to the point I was making. I was saying I felt her energy because I could not get a good look at all of her beauty and sugar, as much as she had on shades. I really couldn't see her complete facial structure, meaning I couldn't see her looks, what her face looked like. So something in me was like, I want to talk to her. Now I need to talk to her because I want to talk to her. Another part of me was like, don't do it. You don't even know what she really looks like. And she has a smirk or a craziness look. I went with my first guest and went over and talked to my soon-to-be bae, who, by the way, was supposed to be reading a book because she had now a book in her hand from out of nowhere. That is what I did. Hold on, got lost in it. She had a book out of nowhere. Now that's not. Now that's what it is. I don't know what I put right here. Read. You know how it was when you was in grade. Sometimes you was rushing to write something, then it was hard to read what you wrote. Oh, that's what it was. I did not want to interrupt her while she was focusing on her reading. What is that? Is the okay? Somehow I walked over to lay the mat down, and I asked her how was her day going, or how was she liking the beach. Then I proceeded to ask her how was her book, which that's probably what I asked her in the first place. However, so I was like, I did not want to bother you. However, I see that you're reading a book. What book are you reading? That's what I told her. And what is that about? So she was like, I'm reading this book. So I don't remember the name of it. However, I think it was about the like something amount best quotes in the world, best quotes ever written. I think that's what book it was. I'm paraphrasing the title because I don't remember the exact title. So I asked her what was she reading. Then we started talking a little bit more. Oh, and I'm gonna. Oh, 1 second, phone stuck. And however, I'm gonna leave some of the story out because it's not everyone's business unless she says it is. However, I don't recommend it be told. I think we'll keep that part of ourselves. So we, after talking, started having fun, going right into that and playing. And let me remind you, when I asked her what book was she reading and what was about, she was like, I don't remember. I forget sometimes. However, that didn't stop us from having fun and playing. Read out what I wrote down. Oh, after having 20-something odd years of swimming lessons, I got some more swimming lessons from her, which was how to float on my back. I was never able to float on my back or backstroke until she introduced me to her methodologies. When I look back on it, I was just thrilled and elated with euphoric feeling. However, we didn't trust that we didn't trust we were who each other say we were to the other person, or from the other person. I don't know if I said it the right way. Bottom line, we were having fun, enjoying each other, however, not trusting in a word or every word that came out of the other person's mouth. So I'm going to end it right there. There's more to the story. So with that being said, it was some untrustworthy what would I want to call this? Untrustworthy strangers. That's how it was. I never thought of it that way. We were having fun. However, at the same time as we were having fun, we were strangers. I myself, like, kind of like realized that, but kind of didn't. I was immersed in the fun. However, I know her being a woman, she was very alert that even though she was having fun, I was just the typical nigga, And when she got to know me more, that my story was not 100% believable to her, that I could have been gashing her, faking her out, trying to pull the wool over her head, trying to snow her, trying to F over her, etc. However, I must admit, before I met my bae on the beach, I had just got out of jail. Well, I take that back. I hadn't just got out of jail. The week before, a couple of days ago, before that, I had got out of jail, and I had to go back. I was living in Gainesville. I had picked up my vehicle that I purchased for $1,000 off of somebody off of Craigslist, which was a Honda CRV, red Honda CRV SUV. I had picked it up, and I went to jail for not having my driver's license. However, I was one street light away from getting my license, and what happened was the lady did not show me the correct way how to turn the lights, and I'm trying to figure out how to turn on the lights as I was driving, and that way got the police suspected of me. They had to find out what was going on, basically, and they found out I didn't have my license, and also the fact that I didn't have a tag yet. So I had all the money for that, but however, I needed to, because to me the town was a little prejudiced, so I had to get out, and I had to go get some more money out of the account so I can get my vehicle, because when I was locked up, my vehicle was also locked up, accumulating tower holding fees, because it was at the towing place. It was stored there, and I'm telling the police, I'm snitching on them, and they also broke my side view armrest, which don't even matter because I don't have the vehicle no more. They broke that, trying to look at it and see probably if it was drugs in there and all that, because I think they thought it was a dope boy vehicle. So however, I had got locked up, and I decided to reward myself. I was going to drive to the beach. So from Melbourne, Florida, I drove further down. I drove to Fort Lauderdale and things like that. Then the police stopped me again. And so I had a tag on and everything, insurance and all that paid. So with that, I decided to drive to the beach. And that's where I met my bae, an angel in disguise. Why do I say angel in disguise? Because, like, love happens. Like, love, it sneaks up on you. She, like, snuck up on me. I was on the beach. A black girl and a white girl had walked by, and I was interested in talking to women. I'm always talking to the opposite sex. I have digressed on that a whole lot. I really don't talk to the opposite sex like that no more, as in being interested. Not really. I don't. I just don't. I'm just not able to do it. I see it differently. That would be another video. I said some of it in my previous video, how I see it. And I'm gonna tell you the bigger picture. A lot of women have been effed over. They've been either raped or molested or gang banged, etc., without somebody's consent, and they've been done wrong. Dudes just putting their penis, their phallus, their dick in them, and not giving these women any money, or let's not even go into giving women money or giving them gifts or compliments or making them smile, making them feel good, cooking for them, rubbing their feet, ironing their clothes, helping them out with bills, just helping them out in life. Let's not even get into that. Some of the fellas not even they're not getting intimate physically with the women, right? That's another video. So with that being said, I just want to stop there. I was wrong. Oh, so the thing was, I had told her that was part of my story, and she still, my bae, she still was interested in me. I say that she still was trying to get a bond with me. She didn't say it, but now I look back on it, she was still interested. She still tried to get a bond, a camaraderie with me, still trying to build something with me. So, however, we had got another place to chill, and my bread was already low. So, and before I met her, I was gonna see my mom's for Mother's Day. Let me get straight to the point. And I told my ex that, hey, I only brought one young lady to meet my mom over to her house, and she dismissed her because I didn't inform my mom that I was bringing her over. And now that I think about it, as I was thinking about it today, that I didn't want that situation to happen again. I didn't want my mom to reject or be like, this woman couldn't come in, because she said hi. She came to the door. My mom opened the door, said hi to the young lady, and I was like, my mom, can she come in and chill, hang out with me? And my mom was like, no. So I told my ex that, and she had already got a place for us, and I knew I wasn't able to go in, so I just started talking to her and kissing her, and she said, that's not what I want. So I thought that she was talking about money. I didn't know what she wanted, but I think she was saying that she wanted an intellectual conversation. However, I didn't understand what she said, so I got out her vehicle, because we was in her vehicle, just came out of the restaurant, and I got in my vehicle, and I played the song I Haven't Had Fun Like This in a Long Time by Big Sean, I think, and somebody else. And I think she took it the wrong way. She thought that I was trying to F over to her, which was not. I was just trying to get back to my mom for Mother's Day. And that was in 2006, I believe. And I hadn't seen my mom since then. However, I didn't tell my ex this because I was still interested in trying to get our relationship to work. My parents, my father, and my mom and my father got a divorce that summer. They were going through a divorce. So, and I didn't know it. And so I didn't get to see my mom that time when I left to go see my mom and went back to Gainesville, because I went to Tallahassee, back to Gainesville. And then the second time when I was leaving Gainesville to see my ex, that's when I found out. And I still didn't get to see my mom. So, to be honest, I haven't seen my mom since, So, that's a burden. That's a very heavy burden for me, not to get to see my mom since I met my ex. And it was like 3 years before that. And how you doing, sir? It's been 2 years since then. So, however, I'm gonna let you meet my lady friend, Kitty Cat. I shared some of my journal with you, something I wrote, and I'm still writing. I'm not saying it's therapeutic. So I didn't mean to say I'm gonna show you my kitty cat. I'm gonna show you my new lady friend, Kitty Cat. Yes. Da-dun-da-dun. Here she is. I actually rescued her. She fell off of Las Vegas Boulevard. She fell off this truck that had a bunch of garbage bags full of stuffed teddy bears. And mind you, I just hi, introduce me. Yes, I just introduced you. You're a kitty cat. Why do you want a special introduction? Okay. So this is Kitty Cat right here, and like I said, it fell off the truck, and mind you that I was in the grocery store and I put up a lot of Valentine's Day pictures on Valentine's. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get out of it. Let me give you some of the spotlight, Kitty Cat. All right. So, I'm back. I just thought I'd introduce you to my new furry friend, Kitty Cat. So, my new lady friend, Kitty Cat. She got the heart necklace. You can see it. See the heart necklace? Okay. So that's enough. Me and Kitty Cat, we're gonna get our workout at home. This is enough. I didn't mean to let this video go. So however, let's finish off praying to the feminine energy, Most High God, Most High feminine energy God. Just pray that everybody have an amazing night's sleep. I don't know what time it is right now because I am on my phone doing a live video to YouTube and it's not showing the time at all. So let's pray, most feminine energy, high God, that everybody have the prosperous. Let's have amazing President Day and also amazing Valentine's Day and have a prosperous year for the rest of the year. 2018, we almost in 2020, 2020 and 2022. Let's have an amazing season. This is a time in life we can just have some amazing times. Have fun and spread the wealth of love and health and homeostasis and the wealth of mental faculties health, higher head faculties health. So we just pray to the feminine, most high energy that from now on that all people have amazing life, especially those unfortunate people in third world countries like Africa, Cuba. Yeah, we could put Puerto Rico on there, Barbados, Russia. It's not a. I don't even think Barbados is a third world. Um, some of the West Indies, Jamaica, Trinidad. I'm not gonna say. I can't think of the other one. Can't think of them. I have them there. The spelling there. They'll come out later. Like Venezuela, Vietnam. Go say China and Korea. They'll come back to me from the minimal memory bank. Yeah, just waiting to hear from the most feminine energy, most high God. Just waiting to hear. We also just pray that those who ever eat breakfast or brunch have amazing brunch tomorrow. Amazing work day. Whether you work a 9 to 5 or whether you're self-employed, just have an amazing time at that. Those who are self-employed and who aren't thankful for your job or don't want to be there or want to be in another job, don't get mad at those who are self-employed. Those who are self-employed, don't get mad at those who have a 9 to 5. Those who have both, don't get mad at either. And those who have either 9 to 5 or their own job, don't get mad at those who have both. There's a lot of different ways of life. We all are on our own journey. Let's have some peace and harmony out here, people. Also, with myself, starting with me, I am a process. I am a progress. I am practicing more self-control, more self-harmony, more self-peace. I am proactively practicing more patience, more love, more kindness, more longevity, more unconditional love, more unconditional patience, more unconditional faith, more unconditional longevity, more unconditional good report, more unconditional self-love, more unconditional self-love for others, more unconditional, more unconditional righteousness, more unconditional faith. Let's get on faith. I'm trying to increase my faith. That being said, if you have any questions about my video, put a questionnaire on there. Ask a question. If not, don't. I hope this has been an enjoyment. I hope this has been a contribution to somebody. Laters. Peace out. You need a workout plan that keeps you on track, whether you have 2 hours or only 10 minutes. 24 Go provides that and more. You'll get customized workouts that adapt to where you are, what equipment you have, and how much time you have to use it. Schedule workouts